Hi everyone. Today I want to share with you the name of my new book that's going to be published in the next month, roundabout, and it's called Freedom After Divorce: Awakening Your Soul's Genius. It's got 7 steps in it: how to heal after divorce, and also to find health, wealth, and happiness. Do you know? Have you ever felt paralyzed? So you're down some black hole, so you can't move forward, that you don't know what's next, you don't know who you are anymore, something's missing from your life, that there's no way out of your current circumstances. Well, that was me over 20 years ago when I actually got divorced or separated from my husband. So today I'd just like to share my story with you and how I came to write the book and create the 7 steps to help you move forward in your life if you're having any of these kind of feelings or you are in any of this kind of a situation. So really what happened was we had the picture perfect relationship. Everyone thought we were happily married. We had a family home. I had 3 children. We were quite well off. We had a big international business and we're doing very well, thank you very much. And it was all going along fine until one day I discovered I didn't even know who I was really with. I discovered that my then husband, yes, you guessed it, he was betraying me. And I worked out it wasn't just a one-off affair, it was really the whole marriage. So it was pretty devastating. And it really unraveled very quickly. It was just such a shock. As a matter of fact, I feel like that I know that I had a nervous breakdown. There was no doubt about it. I just crumbled spiritually, emotionally, financially, on every level. I just lost it. And it was just a terrible feeling. And I never thought that I'd get out. Anyway, as luck would have it, life does go on, doesn't it? And I actually was looking for something. I knew that I was just existing for a couple of years, and I decided that I needed to find something to support the family that I had, my boys, and my ex-husband definitely wasn't going to give me any help. So I started to get into marketing and I graduated and I became very good at it. Matter of fact, I got headhunt for my expertise and did very well and got a reputation for myself in the industry. So it was pretty, I was trotting along, just, getting in the corporate world, working really long hours. And this went on for a number of years. And I went to an event actually, and I had like this, we were actually doing some visualizations. And in it, I just had this amazing epiphany. It was just like the light bulb went on. And I thought, there's something else. Something's just not, you just really not, there's something else that you should be doing, Heather. This isn't just you. And I decided that I get a coach. So I got a coach. And it wasn't long after I started doing the coaching, I thought, I really love connecting with people. And I love being around different people. And, I found sharing my story that there was so many women in the same situation as me. So I decided to become a coach. And I started actually doing what I knew best was the marketing. So I went into and I started coaching with the marketing and helping businesses. And I'll read you some testimonials from the coaching business later on. And that went on for a few years, and then something else happened in my life that was pretty devastating as well. One of my siblings, my brother Peter, who I'm very, very close to, ended up with a big C. Yeah, you guessed it. He got cancer. Well, I was devastated. I couldn't believe it. As a matter of fact, he didn't even tell me how bad it was. But I decided actually to have some time out, and I just decided to move from what I was doing because I could, because I was running my own business at this stage. So I decided to drop it all, and I started writing in between all the emotions and the ups and downs of dealing with the grief with the loss of my brother, because eventually he did pass away with it. So that went on for it was 2015 actually he passed away. So I sort of started finishing the book, and I finished the book. Time goes so fast, doesn't it? I finished the book around 2017, like 2017, 2018, and I decided that I needed to do something else. So I started to look at helping women, and I'd done a couple of workshops and helped people, and I really, really enjoyed them. So I decided to move more into personal development and to share the experience I have with divorced women out there, so that they aren't going to be stuck for as many years as I was stuck, and so that they can move forward in their life and know that that they do have all the gifts and talents, and there is something else out there, and that you can live your destiny, and that there are ways and steps you can use to get you where you want to be in life. You should never think that you can't dream too big. I mean, if you think about it, really, we wouldn't be where we are today if man didn't dream, and man didn't create, and man didn't invent. Who would have thought we'd be flying in the air the way we do with the aeroplanes that we have? I mean, the technology that we have has just moved so quickly since the mid-90s. I mean, it's just been amazing how quickly things have shifted from man's talents and his vision and his ability to dream. And for you to get into your feminine power and to find out really who you truly are, and to find out your truth and your why and your signature, your gifts and talents, and to use those. I mean, look, everyone says, you should be living your purpose and your passion, which is true. I call it your why, your signature. And it really is true. It just makes such a difference to your life. It just picks you up every day. You're so much more happier. I'm very, very much at peace with myself, and I'm a very happy person, and I don't get stressed, believe it or not. There's very little stress in my life. I mean, sure, there are challenges that come up, but that's fine. I recognise them for what they are. They are a challenge, and I do know how to move through them. So it's good to gain those skills so that you know that you are being challenged in your life, because if you're not being challenged, then you're not growing as well. And this is what I discovered. So I am going to actually do a webinar, and so you can sign up for the webinar down there, and I'd love to hear from you as well. I just want to actually quickly read you a couple of testimonials. This one was from Style Setup. I was talking to you, I was doing the marketing, and I happened to keep one of the testimonials. I had them all on the website, but the website sort of disappeared and I didn't get all the testimonials, but I happened to keep this one. This was Jeff Brennan, and he was in a company called Style Setter International. And he said, Heather's first mentioned her business, which was called then Dynamic Coaching Biz, to me early in 2004. I managed a giftware importing business, and for many years I had an interest in exploring new styles of management and new methods of changing my own approach to implementing new ideas. Perhaps that's why Heather's message struck a chord with me. What has transpired in the short time of a year that I've been coached by Heather is amazing. Her professional approach to coaching was evident from the beginning of our relationship, and I regard her style as being fundamental to my continuation in her program. Heather has been able to see behind the self-consciously speak about the true issues, which I have allowed to become barriers to my further relationships with my colleagues. She has then been able to suggest techniques to let me practice behaviours change and ways to measure the extent of this change. Coaching seems to remove the judgment of that prevails during in-house discussions of management techniques. That is because of the independence of a coach. Ego issues are removed. And I speak from first-hand experience of the rapid progress that such detachment encourages. It's been my pleasure and delight to attest to the effectiveness of Heather and her coaching business. She is well trained in her methods and has obviously lived through many experiences which allow her to empathise and communicate well to others. I would gladly discuss her business further with you to interested parties. So he was quite happy referring me. He was a great client actually as well. And just someone else I helped with a bit of personal development was Silvana. She worked for Go Ahead Tours. They're an international company, and here in Australia as well. So she attended one of my workshops, and at the time in her life, she was having major health issues, which was not really good. And what she found the program, she says the program helped me to see where I needed change in my life and gave me the new direction. Also, Heather's mentoring helped me to take the necessary action. 6 months after attending the program, my health returned to good health and decluttering and reaching my goals. You know, my dad actually, he handed me this book, Think and Grow Rich by Thomas Lennon. And really, what I found is, you know, that he had a vision about, you know, the ability of man could do anything that he really dreamed that he wanted to do. And he talks about it in the book. So, and, you know, it's amazing that most of the personal development comes from Thomas Lennon, that book, believe it or not. Everyone who's teaching him, from Tony Robbins to some of the other leaders that you hear about, definitely their teachings comes out of that book, and it's an amazing book. So I suggest that you read that some stage. I don't know if you ever heard the saying, you know, the hand that rocks the cradle rules the world. So President Lincoln, he knew that women were a force, and you've got to recognise your force and believe that you have something to make a difference in this community. You've just got to help someone. You can't be a lone ranger. You know, people aren't successful if they want to be long rangers, and that's what I've discovered. You know, people who are going for gold, they get a coach because they know that the coach has been there before them, and they know the road, and they know that they'll be able to teach them what they're lacking. And that's what it's all about. It's about getting someone who's had more experience and been down the road that you're going around, so that you don't have to go down the long road, that you're taking a shortcut. And I know myself, I wouldn't be where I am today if I hadn't gone and got the help and support that I've had myself. And even, look, I've even got members of my family, they just won't do things about it, and they're stuck way back, you know, where they are. So, you know, if this resonates with you, or you want to get out of where you are currently, that you want a better life for yourself, that, you know, you want something more, then this will be great for you to come and join with me in me presenting my new webinar. So just fill out the things down, and I can't wait to hear from you. We'll see you at the new webinar in 3 weeks. Hope to see you there. Bye for now.